You can probably agree that online it's now a lot of buzz around the whole concept of sales funnels and also this platform called ClickFunnels, right? So in this video, I want to give you a complete in-depth training on pretty much everything ClickFunnels, right? So it's gonna take a while, so buckle up and let's jump right into it. Before we even jump into the actual tech side of training, let's first understand what is a sales funnel, like how your business can actually benefit from one, right? And as you can see here, this is the actual homepage of ClickFunnels. It's a pretty good explanation of what's a funnel? Like, what's the difference between a website and a sales funnel? So essentially, when people land on a page, if it's a website, they have too many options that they can do, right? Like they have the contact us, they have the about us, like a bunch of different links that people can click on, right? And it's a place and a time for a website, but when you want to grow, when you need more email subscribers, when you need more sales, when you need more people to buy from you, you need a sales funnel. Like essentially what a sales funnel is your best salesperson duplicated and put himself into a video format, transform that video, like put that video online and embed it into a sales funnel, right? So essentially that's what it is. Like this landing page right here, it's a page where you collect emails, names, and phone numbers for people to be able to get on your list, right? Now, on the second page, you need to build some sort of value, like you need some sort of content, a video, you need maybe an article, a tutorial, a training lesson, anything that can actually take that visitor a step further in that process for them to understand like, okay, this person, it's explaining me what I need to do. It's telling me exactly what are the steps to do it. And like, for example, in this scenario, let's say we're talking about a dealership. If the landing page will say something, hey, sign up here to do a Ferrari test drive, right? And we're doing, let's say, a 1 hour test drive with the latest 458 Italia, right? Whatever the model would be. So people would get on this list for them to win. So it's something in it for them. Now, the build value part, it could be something like, all right, here are the 3 main things to look for when you're trying to buy a car. So they can either throw rocks, at their competitors, or they can actually build value with giving you exactly like on the table right there, explaining you step by step what are the things that you need to do when you buy a new car, making sure that the car is this many years old, making sure that they can offer you lifetime warranty, making, like all kinds of things. And in a dealership scenario, of course, it wouldn't be collect money right there on the spot, but it would be an actual, book a time to do a test drive for another car maybe that you actually want to buy, right? Or they can do a quiz. Hey, are you looking to buy a car? And based on the quiz, they can show you different things, right? I'm pretty sure you get the point in here. Now, one-click upsell, this process, it's not new. McDonald's has been implementing this for a long time. Like they try to advertise to you so they can get you in the drive portion where you drive your car and you start ordering a hamburger or fries or whatever you order. They're not making money of you spending $2 to get a hamburger. They making money when they start upselling you with, a large portion of that meal, adding Coke, adding fries to it. Maybe you buy one for your spouse, whatever it is. The click upsell online means when you pull your credit card and you want to buy some sort of product, right? Like in this scenario, let's say I have a holder for like an iPhone holder for just to add on a tripod. The upsell in there should be the actual tripod or maybe an iPhone case, right? Like it can be a case or something like that. You want to be really specific to the product that you're selling with the upsell, like to really make sense. And then deliver the product, of course, right? Delivering the product, if it's a digital product, it can be a course, it can be a membership site, whatever the situation may be. What is ClickFunnels itself? They did a really great job getting all this process and transition it online, and you're able to do drag and drop pages. You can quickly build sales funnels that convert, shopping carts with one-click upsells, email, Facebook marketing automation, and essentially it's everything organized into one platform. So essentially, if you want to see like what can ClickFunnels do for you, essentially these are the options. Build sales funnels that convert, high converting pages with a really easy to use drag and drop editor, run your affiliate programs, and Actionetics multidimensional, which would be, email follow-up, text follow-up, messenger follow-up, and a bunch of other things. All right, so now let's actually log in into ClickFunnels and dive into the tech side of it. Okay. All right. So when you first log in into your funnel, this is one of my, into your ClickFunnels account. This is one of my accounts. This is what you get when you log in. Now, when you log in for the first time, it's going to be a little bit different. You won't have enough stats or you won't have enough, data to look for. But to give you sort of an overview, this is what the platform looks like. And you can customize it if you choose to do so. So essentially right here is the place where you select your funnels to start building funnels, to start adding funnels, importing, things like that. Contacts is all your leads. So everybody that signs up for your landing page. Sales, of course, if I hit sales, like I said, this is one of my Stripe accounts. I get the number over there. Funnel marketplace, this will actually redirect you to the ClickFunnels marketplace where you can buy, you can purchase different funnels, or you can actually build a funnel right in here, right? Actionetics, this is only available for the $297 per month option, which is the full Edison suite. You'll still see it up here if you only have the $97 per month or the $19 per month, but you're not going to be able to use it unless you have the full $297 per month version, all right? Contacts basically, even if you don't use Actionetics, which is the email autoresponder, the built-in ClickFunnels autoresponder, even if we don't use it, ClickFunnels will still store your contact leads, like the name, emails, phone number. They'll still show you like a little visual of the lead, but Actionetics will only start using that list if you tell ClickFunnels. You have a couple integrations to do, and we'll get into the integrations a little bit later. But essentially, you need to tell ClickFunnels, I want to send emails with a third-party integration, or I want to send emails with Actionetics. If you do it through Actionetics, it's just a small checkbox that you tell ClickFunnels, I'm sending emails from Actionetics, and these are the emails, and blah, blah, blah. All right? Now, Actionetics can do so much more. You can do broadcasts, you can do follow-up funnels, you can actually do entire email campaigns and action funnels. Action funnels meaning, if somebody joins my email list, you can also add them to a different list. If somebody downloads a specific lead magnet or they actually get into a specific funnel of yours, you can add them to a different list, and so on and so forth. And you can do a bunch of things like that. Backpack is the JV affiliate dashboard. What you can do with it is, let's say you sell a product, regardless if it's digital or physical product, you can allow somebody else to log in and be able to sell that product for you, and you set up a specific commission for that person, and you can get commissions based on that, all right? So again, you can see in here, you can build, like let's say you have a course and you sell the course for $1,000 and you decide you want to give 40% to your affiliates, then you can do that, right? And you can do it to all kinds of commission plans, but you decide that inside of this backpack dashboard. Help is where you can read all kinds of articles and documents, specific issues inside of ClickFunnels or specific questions that you may have inside of ClickFunnels. Get help is, this little button here basically. And what's new is you'll get what's new in the ClickFunnels platform, right? Now you have your account settings, your profile settings, the affiliates. The affiliates is basically the place where you can see actually all the commissions that you've been making for the past, whatever. And that's pretty much the tour and the overview of what ClickFunnels is. Now, of course, you can get some shortcuts in here. You can go into, you see in here the affiliate earnings. Like my last 30 days made, shy of $900. which is not too shabby. So you can do the math and see what you can do with $1,000 a month in just commissions. You have some free funnel builder secrets. Like you can get some training specifically for ClickFunnels. So you can access the members area over there. You can access the members area for affiliate bootcamp. Affiliate bootcamp is essentially the affiliate marketing side of ClickFunnels, like how you can promote ClickFunnels as a software and you still make money with it. So that's this is a free course, but of course it's also a paid version of it of $100, which I would highly recommend. If you try to do affiliate marketing, that's the best place to start. Hook story offer video, when you get a little more advanced and you want to understand, like, all right, what are the actual concepts that I need to apply when I need to make a video and somebody that's watching that video to believe in what I have to say. Hook story offer is a great training. And this is also some marketing episodes from Russell Brunson himself. All right. Also, one funnel away challenge. I highly recommend to go through it. It's only $100. I'm also an affiliate from it, so I'll put the link in the description with a bunch of the bonuses that I offer, which are 12 complete funnels and a lot of other things. But you'll see it in the description below. I don't want to get into that now. So, with that being said, this is the overview. Also, tour of the ClickFunnels platform. So let's get into the new editor. So when you want to start building a brand new funnel, it's like, to be honest, I'm using and I've used a lot of platforms, but ClickFunnels just makes it so much easier to digest. Like for a brand new, like for a beginner, right? Like you've never done funnels you've never built, WordPress pages or lead pages or any kinds of other funnel builder pages or softwares, it's going to be easy to understand. So when you want to build a funnel, there's two ways that you can start. The cookbook is highly recommended for beginners. The classic funnel builder is, they left it over there because a lot of people started with that and they just, some people just need their old habits. So I would say always start with the cookbook. When you get to this page, they really make it easy for you to understand what is the right type of funnel for you, right? So you decide if you have some professional services, maybe accounting or some sort of professional local services, tax services, anything like that, you would choose that. If it's retail, you choose that. If it's, e-com, B2B, network marketing, whatever it is, you choose from here. I would say just choose one. And then what are you trying to do? You're trying to get leads or you're trying to sell a product, right? Because the funnels would be different. If you're trying to sell versus what you're trying to. For the sake of this video, I'm just going to do generate leads because it's the easiest way to start with the editor. So Russell has a short video here. It's going to explain what a lead magnet funnel is. And then in here, you get a couple free options that you can choose from. If you go to paid, you can get more and you can get some specific funnels. But you can stick with the free one and choose which one is the one that you want. So select funnel, and I'm just gonna select, let's see which one is easier to, I think this one is the easiest to, oh, never mind, foodie one. So here you get an explanation of what the actual funnel is, which is a lead page where you just put your email and then a thank you page, and that's it, all right? First funnel, and with a click of a button, we have a funnel in our account, right? Pretty easy to use, nothing complicated so far. So you need to understand that when you get a new funnel into your account, a lot of people have access to that. So you don't want to just use those. You need to brand it to your own brand, to your own name, to your own company. And you need to start doing that like the moment you get into the funnel. All right. So this is the logo, super easy to change or replace. You just hit this. So you click on it. Like essentially you have the account. It's split into these elements right here. So you got the actual elements, which is either the photo itself, text itself, the inputs, the buttons, like the actual elements. Columns are the blue ones. I just want to make sure that you guys understand. Columns are basically, the left columns, the right columns, right? And if it's just one, it's just one. Like right here is just one column, right? One. But when you have them broken down into two, they're like two. And the rows are the blue ones. So you have the option to add up to 6. So you added 6 possible elements with a row, right? Like you had 6 rows and you are able to add an element in each one of them. And as easy as this, you can just delete it. All right. So again, elements, every photo, every video, every input, every text, it's an element. Columns, it's, left and right. Rows, the blue ones, the blue squares, the blue surroundings. So for example, this as the left column has one row, the right column has one row. The row is the blue, and inside of the row we got elements. And then we got sections, which are the green one. The section is essentially allowing you to kind of put the right spacing between so you don't just mess things around, okay? Now let's change this logo if we want. And again, you can do this with any image that you have available. Like you can do this. Now I can just change this color. I will show you a trick before the end of this video of how you can actually grab the colors from, right? Like I'm pretty sure you get the point here. Now, when it comes to the size of the headlines, it's the same thing, right? Like as you see in here, you can change everything you want. Get this secret recipes free of charge, right? You get the point. Super easy, nothing complicated, right? So you can change these icons in front of the text. You can change, the inputs in here. If you want, you can have, let's say we have 2, but we can have 3 inputs. Like if we want to also add name, email. And in case you're wondering, yes, the moment you attach a button to these inputs, this is considered a form. I know for those of you that may have used other page builder before, some of them requires you to add a form, like an actual form, so it actually triggers. But ClickFunnels makes things so much easier to digest. That's what's up. And then by the way, when you want to just maybe change some of the things in here for your mobile version, and sometimes you may need to just leave this image as a desktop only. And so for example, in that scenario, you can just, this one is desktop only and this one it's mobile only, right? Because sometimes you may need to make them a little smaller, for example, right? You get the point now. It's just a matter of playing with, right? Because this one it's one size for desktop and this one for mobile it's different. So play that based on what exactly you need and you can do it. And of course you can add instead of image, you can add a video if that's what you need. And you just copy the YouTube link right here. You put YouTube for the video type and you paste the YouTube URL and you're good to go. So that's pretty much what it is for the editor. All right, now let's talk about digital assets. When I say digital assets, if somebody needs, like for example, in this scenario, right, we have this ebook, and of course I just pulled this from Evan Carmichael's top 10 rules for success. But again, this is his book, like don't try to use this the same cover. But the point is, you add your name, email, and then send it to me. And what happens next? You have a thank you page, of course, and that thank you page will say something, right? Click here to download the book. And if you think about it, right, like let's actually make this happen right now. Let's change this so it actually looks like the one before. But you get the point. Like we won't spend too much time to make it look perfect because that's not the purpose of this video. If somebody wants to download the book from you, and for example, you have the PDF version of it, but don't know what to do with it, well, in order for somebody, when they hit this button, in order for that PDF to download, you need to have your digital asset somewhere hosted. And ClickFunnels helps you do that. So for example, the way that you do that is you'll come right here and you'll come into account settings, and we will have somewhere digital assets. See what it says, digital assets. So what you need to do is you need to add a new asset. You'll go right here, you choose a file. Now, the tricky part is it has to be 3 megabytes. A couple ways to go around this, because a lot of PDFs will be way bigger than 3 megabytes. The way to do that is you'll go to Google Drive or Dropbox or whatever. You pull the shared link. So you pull the share link from your Google Drive, from your Dropbox, from whatever. And then instead of adding a file here, you come right here into the, let's actually do this live. So for example, add new digital asset, you choose the file, you add the PDF. Let's say it's a PDF that actually makes sense. This is some templates, I think, from Conscious Copy. And then we add these here, free PDF, test. And now we'll come to this page because we have this asset that we added. We'll come right here. We can copy the PDF URL. So basically, if I would be to just paste this URL in my browser, it's gonna automatically download the PDF. Now, when you come to the funnel itself and you just add this URL into the button, and when you do that, it automatically, you'll just have a quick setting that you have to click. So we edit the page, and as soon as we hit the button, you have set action. Set action allows you to say, go to the website URL. You paste the website URL and you say, open in a new tab. Let me show you real quick what that means. Hit preview. And when somebody gets to this and they click here to download, boom. Now it's just all of a sudden the PDF that we said. Now, a workaround this is if you have, again, if your PDF is way larger than 3 megabytes, you can go to Google Drive, upload it over there, or you can go to your WordPress site if you have one of those, or you can archive it, whatever. Like you'll have to, or just make the PDF smaller or whatever. But if you just don't want to do any changes to the file itself and don't want to lose time, just go to Google Drive. It's free, up to, I don't know, a gigabyte, I think. You upload it there, you pull the URL from your share link, and you come here to download the book. You set the action, it's the same thing, the website URL, and you just paste the link there. All right, so as simple as that. All right, now let's talk about processing payments. So if I go right here into my account settings, and I got payment gateways. Before you are able to process any payment inside of ClickFunnels, you need to have a payment gateway. Now, there are two ways to do that. You can either set up your Stripe account ahead of time and then come to ClickFunnels, and within your product page, you'll be able to do it right there. So let me show you what I mean. In order to do that, I'm gonna need a sales page where a credit card information is processed, because otherwise there's no place to add a product, right? So you're able to collect names, emails, the full address, which is huge, and we'll come and we'll have to go into the product. So the reason that I had to add this order form is, for example, in a thank you page, I have no product tab in here, right? The moment I hit the order page, all of a sudden a product tabs arrives, right? So I hit products, and right in here, you can add a new product to the funnel step. So you click add product, and I'm not gonna go through what's the product examples now. What I care about is the payment integration, right? And you can see in here, it says Marian Esanu, and that's my own, my personal Stripe account. If I would not have this payment gateway already created, ClickFunnels would allow me to still click Stripe. And when I hit that button for Stripe, it would redirect me to actually creating a brand new Stripe account. So you have two ways to do this. You can either create a brand new payment gateway, like I said. You come right here into the payment gateway and you add a new payment gateway. Oh, I already have 3. Okay. So I'm not going to be able to walk you through the process exactly now, but it's super easy. It's just going to ask you what kind of payment gateway, and they only integrate, I think, with Stripe, Braintree, WooCommerce. I think it's Thrivecart too. I don't remember from the top of my head now because it's been a while since I only had these 3. And then that's why sometimes you just need to really prioritize which are the accounts that are actually making money. Going back to the funnel itself, if you don't have a payment gateway added, it's going to allow you to add one within the software. Okay, so let's go back to the product real quick. So we hit product. And then we're going to be able to add this Stripe integration right here. you're gonna add the actual price. So actually, let's do this. Just gonna hit next. You have to click actually on. So it's gonna ask you what it is. Is it a subscription? Is it a membership site that people pay monthly? Is it a payment plan that people are allowed to pay, 3-4 times? Or is it just a one-time product, right? I'm just going to click one time for now for the sake of this tutorial. And you're going to have to add a price, right? Like let's add the price of $9.97. Don't worry too much about all these now. Again, if you would have an order bump on the bottom and you want that product to be shown there, you need to click this tab. So save and close. And now we have a product added and the price is $9.97. So now we can literally, like somebody can actually buy from us, right? Always 1,000% you want to hit test mode for the first 10, 15, 20 times. You want to go to the product, you want to go to the funnel yourself. And the reason that you want to do that is you never know. Sometimes the product may be set up wrong. Sometimes it doesn't work the way that you want. So what you want to do is once you put it in test mode, you want to test it out. ClickFunnels is going to allow you to use a test credit card. It's going to allow you to use test credit card for you to be able to process, right? You put your phone number. It has to be, the expiration has to be passed with at least a day of the day that you're submitting this form, right? So it needs to be at least 7. So for example, if today is June 30th, it has to be July 1st, right? And again, this is the order bump if you want to use it. And now you can just test it. And that is the test credit card. It will work as long as your product, we don't have a second page after this. So there's nothing, there is nowhere that this would actually get us, right? So it's it's obvious because we only have this page here. We don't have another one afterwards. But what we can do is we can actually add an order confirmation. And once we create that, you'll be able to see, let's see, order form, order confirmation. Okay, now let's do it again and let's test it in real time. So we still have that one. We'll paste. Doesn't matter. Again, this card is not real, so I'm not going to blur it. You can use it. You can use it. And click submit, and it's going to show us that we purchased the product. Because we purchased it before, even though we didn't get a confirmation, now we're getting the product receipt, the order confirmation. And of course, this order confirmation can have the branding, can have everything that you want in there. You just need to make sure that you're actually branding, you brand it and you change the colors and everything that you want to do. All right. So that's pretty much what it is regarding payment processing. ClickFunnels and Zapier. So I love this tool because it's such a powerful integration. Zapier essentially is a tool that connects, I don't know, thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of other apps. And because of that, you're able to do so many other things that you would not be able to do without it, right? Essentially, you can collect information from ClickFunnels and you can send it to Zapier for all kinds of things. You can collect information like emails, or you can collect information from ClickFunnels and then send it to Zapier and maybe connect your Messenger bot, right? I usually do it the other way. I collect the information from Messenger, from a Messenger campaign, and then I send it to ClickFunnels into an actual funnel. And then I do some automation with Untreport and a bunch of things there. But you can use, like for example, let's make a Zap. We'll make a Zap. Let's see, ClickFunnels, right? And it's gonna ask you what kind of event you want. Failed purchase, contact, like when you get a new lead. Let's get this one. And then you see the whole process of Zapier is when this happens, then do this, right? So then now, let's say, what are we doing? When we get a lead in ClickFunnels, we send it to Untreport. Let's say Untreport. And create or update the contact, right? Let's log in. I was going to ask me for the API from Untreport, so let's do that. So essentially, you just need to get the API ID and key sometimes. So this is the, what is it? Is this the key? This is the key. So the key we'll have to put it here. And then the ID we'll have to put in below. It's going to say that it's all set. Continue. And now you can, of course, it's a whole different thing that you can do in here, but you can collect the email from the person that's logging in, and based on the information that you're getting from ClickFunnels, you can send it to Entrepreneur, right? Like this is just one example in here, but you can take it to a whole new level. Sign into ClickFunnels, and now I'm going to have to, let's say, if we're grabbing actually the last funnel, the Funnel Academy, can't find it now, but anyway, you get the point. And now is just we continue, find the contact, and of course in Entreport I can tell Zapier, hey, when we grab this information from ClickFunnels and you bring it to Zapier, then Entreport should do this, and I can add them to different sequences, different campaigns, and other things like that. I'm not gonna wait now to connect this one because it's probably gonna take a while since the Zap is brand new. So we're gonna jump to the next session. Custom domains. Well, it's important to understand that when you create a new funnel in ClickFunnels, it has an awkward long URL. And you can see it in here, marianviasano.clickfunnels.com/order confirmation and a bunch of other letters afterwards, right? Like you don't want that. Like you don't want people, even though, don't stress it too much. But you don't want that essentially. You want to be professional. You want to treat it like a business. Therefore, you need a custom domain to get your funnels hosted there. And so people can actually see that you care and you care about your brand and everything else, right? So you go to account settings, you go to domains, and what you need to do in here is this. So you're going to have to add a new domain. You can choose a domain from, let's try it directly from ClickFunnels and see. All right, so cffunnelacademy.com is great. Okay, so now let's see exactly how you're able to add your domain to your ClickFunnels account, right? Because it's important to understand that you buy the domain, but then you have to connect the two, right? And it's a little bit tricky at first, but we're going to simplify things in just a second here. Okay, so you have to find the actual domain and you have to go to DNS. The reason that you have to go to DNS is you have to add, so in ClickFunnels, when we add your own domain, like use an existing domain, cffunnelacademy.com. Add the domain, and it's going to tell you how to connect your domain to ClickFunnels. In order for your custom domain to work, you'll need to log in, blah, blah, blah. Add a CNAME record that points www@target.clickfunnels.com. So let's go. You're going to add a CNAME, right? Like it says, add a CNAME. You're right here. You're adding a CNAME. The host, it's www. It has to point to this domain, target.clickfunnels.com. As you can see, I've used it a couple times. And this one doesn't really matter that much. And you just hit save. Now, it's going to keep telling you that unexpected error occurred. Let us say that for a couple times. Refresh, and most likely is added there. If it's not, you may need to edit and save. And now it is. And then we come to ClickFunnels and we tell them, I've done this step. And ClickFunnels is going to check and it's going to say, woohoo, you did it. ClickFunnels Academy is connected and ready to use. You come to the funnel that you want to use. Now, again, this is in scenario of you hosting the domain directly through ClickFunnels and not the part where you host your pages on your WordPress account, because you can do that too. But you don't want to, it all depends, right? Not all the funnels will have a WordPress account, and you shouldn't. You shouldn't just build WordPress websites for each and every funnel. You're gonna have to. And I'm going to associate the funnel. And it's going to take a little bit. You'll see the ClickFunnels Academy is yet unverified. So, you may need to, it's going to take a little bit because you have to understand, even though you hit verify, it's going to take probably, I would say, give it an hour or so until you're able to to see it live. You can also hit the SSL, but it's gonna take a little bit. So give it a couple minutes. You may need to come back and verify the domain. Once you do that, you may even need to refresh or because sometimes ClickFunnels is just weird of recognizing that you, even though they said, okay, congrats, your domain is ready to use, sometimes it's not ready to use and it might take a little bit, right? But if you look in here, it's already in. It's already in the funnel. What you need to do now is you need to make sure that you clear out the paths. So you have a couple paths. You have the path from the settings. You come in the path and you put, let's say, CF training. We save and update, and then we'll come into the settings. We'll come into the publishing. We'll hit CF training right there, and boom. Now we actually have a custom domain with a nice little page URL. So I'm pretty sure you get the point here. So it's important, you may need to pause and hit back a couple of times until you make it work. But trust me, this is the step. This is what I do every single time. Let's try one more time with a domain to see if it recognizes it right now. So let's see if after we open up into the incognito window, it still does if it still does, it's just a matter of giving it a couple more. Yeah, obviously it's recognized because it's in there, but for some reason, this is a glitch in the system. You may need to give it maybe like an hour or so, and you'll be good to go. Email integration. So when we talk about email integration, we also need to understand that ClickFunnels has its own email autoresponder right inside of ClickFunnels, right? So that's important to keep in mind. But oftentimes like people that are just starting out, you may find yourself in this scenario, or you just don't like Actionetics. You can add your own email autoresponder. So in this scenario, let's go and pick our regular, the CF training funnel. You need to come right here where it says settings. There are two ways for you to be able to add the integration, right? Number one is you come in here into the account settings and you have to go into the integration. Here is where there are two different pillars. Pillar number one is you connecting your autoresponder with ClickFunnels, and then pillar two is connecting your autoresponder with the funnel itself, like connecting your list, like you may have MailChimp or ActiveCampaign or Aweber or Infusionsoft or whatever. You may have different campaigns, different lists, different all kinds of things. You come to ClickFunnels and you need to pick which funnel goes to which list, or which funnel goes to which campaign, right? Pretty sure you get the point in here. So for the sake of this training, I'm just going to pick MailChimp because it's the easiest. I'm not, to be honest, I have 2 or 3 MailChimp accounts, but they literally, all of them are used mainly for testing purposes. But nonetheless, you'll come in here, you have to search for, and this depends, right? For example, Ontreport would ask me for the email that I logged in, for the API key and ID. MailChimp asked me for the key. So every platform has its own way of adding things, but it's important for you to keep in mind that you first need to do the integration with almost like the hub, right? Like the autoresponder as a hub. So you do the integration first, and then when you come to the funnel itself, right here, you're going to find the actual funnel that you need to attach to your autoresponder. You'll hit edit on the page and you come right here into the settings and you have the first tab, it says integrations. You hit the integration part and it says clearly here it's not connected. So you're going to just choose one, and we're going to choose MailChimp in this scenario. We're going to have action. So action is the action within the autoresponder. So MailChimp only has add to list. Ontreport has add tag. Infusionsoft has add tag. It's all based on how that email automation or how that email autoresponder software or platform operates internally. So, Ontreport and Infusionsoft being huge platforms, they operate based on tags. MailChimp is pretty, it's a pretty small compared to the rest. It's not small, but it's compared to the big ones. It only has add to list, right? Like when you add a contact to a list, that list is going to run the automation for you. So you have to set that up. MailChimp, and then you come to ClickFunnels to just add the contact, the people that, let's say, download your ebook in this scenario, and they'll go on your list. So we add to list. We'll just put it, whatever, boxed, Wingum. Don't send confirmation email, and it's connected. Don't forget to hit save. Super important. You want to hit save, because if not, it's not. Well, it does have an auto save option now, but I always hit the save button right after I'm done. So when you hit settings now, you're going to see it right here. The integrations is all set. All of a sudden now, you can use email automation outside of ClickFunnels.